Hey, everybody. Welcome to Conversations with Curtis. I'm Paul Stetler, and
Piss off conversation.
Hey, thank you for telling me to piss off and following me on Twitch. I appreciate it. Um, how's it going? How's everybody doing today? I have a question. Am I the only streamer that starts on time? I actually start like almost always right on time. I do the 10-minute timer before the 12 o'clock time, and then I usually start right around 12. But my understanding is that maybe I'm not doing it right, that everybody is starting their timer at 12 noon or whatever time they do it. And then they begin about 10 minutes later so people can settle in. So I don't know. I'm curious. I am super excited gosh, we have a bunch of people. This is great. And this is just a real testament to Daniel and the incredible work that he does and what we're about to share with you with our updated version of Phantasmagoria 2.1. I'm going to bring him out in just a couple seconds and we can get started. This is a pretty informal playthrough. We're going to talk a lot about what we have in place already and what we're heading towards. And so it's super exciting for us and we're excited to share it with you. Oh, good. People like my timing. It's good to start. I know. Okay, I was 2 minutes late, but I actually did that on purpose. I was here 2 minutes earlier, but I felt like maybe I needed to, pad it a minute or two. Couple quick announcements before I bring Daniel out. Just real quickly, what are my two announcements? Daniel and I are gonna. I think we're streaming GK2 on Friday. I'm out of town. I'm driving back up on Friday. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be home in time for the stream. So Friday might be a little touch and go, but let's assume we're doing the Friday stream of Gabriel Knight. And if things change, we will get it out on social media if we need to do it a little later or we have to push back, to the following week. My interview with Steve Bailey is posted. It's on Patreon for everyone to see in its entirety. For anyone who's not on Patreon and can't join Patreon, we have the first part of the Steve Bailey interview available on YouTube right now. And then we're going to parcel that out on YouTube in 3 or 4 parts. So you'll get a chance to watch the whole thing. It just won't be in one sitting. So part 2 will probably come out in the next week or so. But it's a great interview. If anybody has seen it, he is so funny. It is such a delight. He has such great stories. He has a story about when he was filming Phantasmagoria up in Bass Lake. He went and visited Yosemite while he was there. And he has a story about a bear encounter that is just too good to miss. So you have to watch that. So either join us on Patreon to watch the full interview or just make sure you keep an eye out for it on YouTube. This also just gets me real quickly to say thank you to our Patreon members. That many of you are here right now watching, and I'm so glad you are. And thank you. We can't do this without you. And today is going to be a real treat for all of our current Patreon members and anybody who wants to join Patreon. So this is a great segue as we are going to unveil Daniel's new game. So that's all I got. I'm going to bring Daniel out and we're going to just start talking about the game that is formerly known as Phantasmagoria 2.1. Everybody say hi to Daniel Albu. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Paul, and hi, everyone.
How's it going?
Everything's fine.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing good. So, Daniel, you'll want to be a little bit closer to your mic just because we have some issues with sound. So let's talk a little bit about what we're... I'm going to turn you up right now, and then we'll turn it down again when we get to the game. Let's do... There's a lot of chat. There's a lot of chat. I'm so good.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, there's so much going on. It's awesome. We have 60 people. This is so cool. So Daniel, tell me about the genesis of what is currently called Phantasmagoria 2.1. Let's go from the beginning, because I think we've been around long enough that
For people to start knowing the history.
Yeah, well, exactly.
We met.
We have a history. And also, I think we've only played this game live once a long time ago when it first came out. And I think a lot of people don't even know about it. And so let's chat a little.
Okay. Where should I start? From
That's
the beginning?
From the beginning.
From 1996? Okay, so basically, like most of you, I am also a Phantasmagoria 2 fan. And back in March, when March 2021, when Paul announced the Conversations with Curtis project on the Letters Aloud YouTube page, with the first live stream scheduled for April 2021, I was extremely excited to see what's in store, given that Paul has been silent all these years.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Can't shut me up.
3 times a week. During that live stream, Paul asked the viewers to help him spread the word about Conversations with Curtis. So after the first live stream, I contacted him, and being a game developer, I suggested that I create a mini game based on Phantasmagoria 2 to help spread the word. And I remember being super excited to have a Zoom meeting with Curtis Craig himself and discuss my ideas for the game, which was quite surreal at the time. And anyway, that game became Phantasmagoria 2.1, and it was initially unveiled in the Paul Mitri live stream, which was last June. So we're coming full circle with this June stream.
Yeah.
And back then, the game had 2 locations: Curtis's apartment and the Wintech office. And there wasn't a lot of new content. And in August 2021, Paul and I did our first live stream together, in which we did a complete walkthrough, a playthrough of that version of Phantasmagoria 2.1. And the viewers seemed to like the live stream and the game. And so in October, when Paul decided to do a playthrough of Phantasmagoria 2, he asked me to serve as the hint keeper. And the rest is history.
Yeah, no, we've been live streaming ever since. And it honestly, what happened was as I started to, move beyond Phantas 2 and interview other people, and then we started to do live stream gameplays with Victoria and Daniel. Now I'm doing some stuff on Twitch. It's taken up all of our time, and we really let Phantasmagoria 2.1 just languish a bit, and we never really had it was a series of fun artifacts from Conversations with Curtis, promos of upcoming streams, but it never really had a true focus. And I think that focus is still gonna be ongoing no matter what. But Daniel and I had a long talk a while back and thought about, we got to get back to this, and we got to make this a part of what Conversations with Curtis is all about. So we're also, I don't want to say too much. So we spent some time on it, and Daniel's done an incredible amount of work over the last few weeks. So what we're about to share with you is really a prototype. It's not, we might have some bugs. I know we've already got a little bit the sound might be a little high, so we might have to play a little bit. And I'm stuck on a Mac, so I don't have any option to isolate sound.
Sound mix.
But it's going to go great. We're going to share everything with you. And as we get through things, if we have any bugs, we'll talk about it. But I think let's assume it's all going to work out great. But before we do, we had decided that Phantasmagoria 2.1 works, but didn't work as well as we would have liked. So we wanted to rename the game. And so I asked people on our Discord channel and on Patreon to share with us some ideas for new games, for a new name for the game. And we got some great responses. I'm going to share some of them with you right now. My idea really was that Phantasmagoria 2.1 just doesn't roll off the tongue very well. It just takes up too many syllables. P2.1, it's just a little we wanted something that just was a little more catchy. So we got I'm going to share with you a bunch of the suggestions, and then we'll unveil our new name. So here is the people want to see me get a Raripas says he wants to see me get a gamer PC setup. It might be in the cards at some day. I hate to admit that. I just bought this beautiful iMac M1. It cost a lot of money, and I don't want to not use it. So it may not happen anytime soon. All right, here we go. I'm going to share with you.
So chat, let's all chip in to buy Paul a new PC.
Then I don't know where would I put it. I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about that later. All right, so here is the list of some names that came in. So I'll just read some. I thought they were great. So first one was kind of simplifying it. MDQP thought phantasm, because I think he was referring to the Japanese version that just shortened the name from Phantasmagoria to Phantasm 2.1. Dapper Andy and a lot of other people came up with some very funny names that I just want to share. Phantaz 2, a Sudoku of meat. Mikaya's had some very funny ones. A lot of, I have to share them all with you. A puzzle of Flash, which I think, Daniel, you liked because of...
Yeah, I used to be a Flash developer, but now that Flash is dead, we can no longer use the puzzle of Flash.
And then the one I love is courtesy call. I think that's fantastic. And if I hadn't come up with that before I came up with Conversations with Curtis, I may have called this whole thing courtesy call. But I think we're going to find a place for that name somewhere in the future. So I love that one. Craig's Quest 2, Craigus Lupus. Good stuff. I'm a huge fan of, let me scoot up a little bit. Robbie came up with Phantasmagoria. And I love that. We didn't go with that, I think, because some people aren't going to see that. They either think it's a typo or they're not going to, it doesn't immediately present itself. But man, I loved Phantasmagoria. He also gave us Phantasmagoria, which was fun. Farmer Dan, I think, was the first one who used fan as the spelling of us, as fans. And so changing the PHAN, and he used that as phantasm. And then that became, he also offered up a name that I really love, Dimension Next, which it just sounds great. It's a cool name. Dimension X was a cool name. Dimension Next, fits, and it fits the name, and it also says that we're moving forward. And then Contra came up with Phantasmagoria, again, using the FAN. And when we did a poll on Patreon to see what people liked, and far and above, people voted for Contra's Phantasmagoria. I want to get a drink of water here. Hold on a second. But then Caribou, and I thought of this too, the problem with that was it's too confusing when you say it out loud, because it sounds like Phantasmagoria, and then are we talking about Phantasmagoria 1 or 2 or the game or our mini game? It's great on the page, but it doesn't help when we're talking about it. So all that said, we have talked, Daniel and I spent a lot of time talking about it. I vetted other people, friends of mine and stuff, and what we've come up with for now, and I hope you all like this, is dun 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 dun, Phantasmagoria, Dimension Next. And so, continuing the tradition from a fan's point of view, that Phantasmagoria was a franchise. It was never 1, 2, and 3. It was always Phantasmagoria, and then there was a title underneath it. The first one, and then the second one was a puzzle flash. The third one would have been something, and then so on. So we're going to call this, whenever you see it on print, whenever we're promoting it, whenever it's online, you'll see the full, on our website, you'll see the whole full thing. When we're talking about it, we're going to call it Dimension Next. So whenever we talk about it, it'll be Dimension Next. I also think it's perfectly fine for us to call it P3 and let this really be, the reality of ever there being a real Phantasmagoria 3 is pretty slim. And if there is one, then no worries. But I think for right now, we can call this Phantas 3 or just P3 as for short. But this is where we're at right now. So Phantasmagoria Dimension Next is the name of Daniel Albu's mini Phantas 2 game. So there we go. Dun, da, da, da. Right said Brad said, Phantasmagoria, the search for more donations. Well, you might be onto something there, right said Brad, as we explore. So shall we get into this thing?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm going to turn this down a little bit because I think it'll be too much. Let's do 12 for now. All right, so here we go. I think we should read the disclaimer.
Yeah.
This
For legal purposes.
For legal purposes. This will definitely keep people from going after us. This website is not affiliated, associated, authorized, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Sierra Online and or Microsoft. So that pretty much gives us in the clear, right?
When we started with Phantasmagoria 2.1, it was Sierra Online and or Activision.
That's right. That's right. Now it's so here we go, guys. Let's check it out. So I haven't played the new version myself. We've talked through everything, but Daniel's been so hard putting it together. So this will be great. He can get mad at me in this game the way he does in Gabriel Knight 2.
I can get mad at myself.
No. Let's, it'll be great. And let's be very clear that this is a sneak peek and that we're going to be refining along the way. All right, here we go. Start the new game. So this is our website. All you have to do is go to conversationswithcurtis.com.
Currently, it's the previous version, not the current one.
Say that again.
Currently, the previous version of Phantasmagoria 2.1 is on the website. We'll upload this new version in a few days.
Correct. Yeah, this isn't there yet. This is just me being able to play this, so you guys can't sneak over and play with us. Don't even think about it. We knew what you were going to do. All right, here we go. Let's start a new game. Ooh, we're going to wait. How much?
The game is like 400 megabytes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
400 megabytes?
Yeah.
Dang. And that's just the beginning. Boom. But this is great.
2 megabytes in the first 99%.
There we go. Look at that young Curtis Craig. Wondering why there's a title above him. Waking up to text. Going into his fake bathroom. All right, off we go. All right, so here we go. Now, everything, I see sound. I see that sound is being
Do you hear me?
I can hear you fine. All right, here we go.
Okay, then click on yourself.
Now, yeah, you don't tell me what to do until I don't do it. I'm gonna
okay.
let me explore. That's me, Curtis Craig. There we go. Take that, Gabriel Knight. All right, excellent. Well, we got to check that out first. Nice. Old Curtis Craig versus new Curtis Craig. He didn't seem too scared to see his older self. Tell us what that music is, Daniel.
Well, I found that music in by the way, chat, if you can't hear me, let me know. I found that music inside one of the CDs of Phantasmagoria 2. From what I've seen, it's unused score by Gary Spinrad, which wasn't used anywhere in the game.
Yeah, so that's Gary's music, and that particular video, I created that promo. That was part of a promo I made for the video that I made for Lorelei Shannon's visit when we did conversations with Curtis. So being able to have Curtis look in the mirror and see himself in the future wearing the same outfit is a wonderful touch. Really fun, Daniel. That's great. All right, back to the game. Was this always here? Is that always? What is that? That cup? That's always part of the game. I don't remember ever seeing that.
Maybe it's a candle.
It's a candle. Okay.
A scented candle.
That's me.
There's a lion at the watering hole.
Hey, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got here. I am wondering how you got here. Thank you for your.
No, it's all of the 90s movies. When you see someone in some hectic situation, and then you got a freeze frame, and then it says, "That's me. I bet you're wondering how I got here." And then the movie starts with the entire story.
Oh, right. That's awesome. All right, so we have to go to the bathroom. This is new. I don't need to go at the moment. I guess we're not going to go to the bathroom. That's good. That could have been embarrassing. All right, here we go. All right, what's in the drawer? He's going straight for the condoms. Oh, by the way. Oh, that's great. Hey, the condoms are gone. You got to have a whole bunch of condoms in here. Just overflowing. I'm stealing that from who's the person that we talked to that did that fun little video for his playthrough? Do you remember the guy?
David's Package?
Yeah, is that right? Yeah, he did a playthrough and he did a very funny little promo of his playthrough where he's opening drawers and condoms are just spilling out everywhere. It's pretty fun. All right, so here we go. We have a cell phone. Conversations with Curtis, the Phantasmagoria 2.1 live stream is starting now, or half an hour ago. That's awesome. All right, so now, we're still in the discovering phase. All right. Ooh.
What about your wallet?
Oh, yeah. I'll go back. I'm going to go back, but we know that there's some mail. I know that. Oh, I don't know. Wait. Empty. Oh, man. I need more Patreon members. There you go, Right Said Bread. The donation.
You can click it 3 more times.
Oh, yeah? Was that a moth? Oh, boy, I do need some more Patreon members. I forget. You know, the great thing about me playing games is I have such a I have such a bad short-term memory that I forgot doing the voiceovers for all this stuff. I wish I could quit my stupid job at Wintech and just stream all day, but there's not enough money in my Patreon account. Yeah, how's that for some groveling?
And another one.
Really? Hey, at least I don't need Blob to help me find this wallet. Nice. There we go. We're making it easier for you guys to get to Wintech.
It's great that I can surprise you with your own voiceover.
Something to be said about having a horrible memory. Let's go get the mail. It's like we're playing Phantas 2 again.
Just better.
Bridget's Books is proud to welcome best-selling author Adrian Delaney. Ms. Delaney will be signing copies of her latest book, Coping with Loss.
And guess what? She'll be joining me this December on Conversations with Curtis.
She's pretty.
That's all Curtis needs is another... So this was in reference to our, I'm going to turn this off. That was in reference to our original interview that was coming up at the time. So my question, Daniel and I haven't talked too much about this, but do we want to maintain past events, or do we want to take, eventually would this be something that would be like, hey, watch Victoria's in my playthrough of Phantasmagoria?
Well, specifically here, since the interview, you've done the playthrough with Victoria, so maybe we can promote that. But with other guests, you'll notice that in the game, there are several promos for their interviews. So I guess these will be left intact, and maybe we'll switch up the Victoria one to promote the playthrough instead.
Yeah, we can promote the fact that we have a full playthrough with her that they can watch if they haven't found already. Someone just, Boogie just wrote, I just got to the stream and I was thoroughly flabbergasted by the phone with touch screen. So yeah, we're playing fast and loose with time. That's great. Cool. Right Said Bread says, so what is this version exactly? Is it an updated version of 2 or a continuation of the story?
Well, it's a little bit of both. It's like in Dimension Next, which is the title of the game. All the timelines are mixed up. It's like we've become the MCU universe just with Phantasmagoria. So timelines are getting mixed up. You can see New Curtis seeing videos of Paul on his computer when he's got an iPhone in 1996. So it's all mixed up.
It's all mixed up. And then Right Said Bread said, I think it would be best to future-proof the gags, which is interesting. I think we can definitely take that into account. So we're here in Curtis's living room, and then rather than the painting that's been on the wall, and this has been around, we get to click on this, and you get to see on our Patreon members. So these are our $10 and above Patreon members.
Click it.
Oh, I get to click it. Okay. I'm clicking.
But the game is on mute. So
oh, that
unmute
helped.
it and click it.
Hold on a second. Unmute. These are my Patreon members donating $10 or more per month. Without them, all of this would not be possible. I didn't even need to say it. It's like a Gabriel Knight game where I can just click and let a recorded me say something and I don't have to say it.
Yep.
Love it. Let's go see if Blob has anything, if he's around. Ooh.
Relax, Craig. It's only Blob.
Craig, who the hell calls himself by his last name? If anything, you should call yourself Stetler.
I don't remember this. Don't
But
ever call...
the thing is that he calls himself Craig. Who calls himself by his last name?
It's a good question. Some people, I think it happens. But I think more than anything,
It's great you're still surprised by all of these things. That's the beauty of it. I need to explain it to everyone here that usually what happens, I have several ideas during the day and I send voiceover lines to Paul. Then he records them and forgets about them. And then they find their way into the game somehow. So he's still surprised by
my
how
brain decides what's important to keep and what I can get rid of so that I can continue to be creative and so sometimes those things don't last. All right, so we got some clickable items.
Wait, you can go back to Blob's screen.
All right.
And you have a frame on the left that you can click on.
Oh, this wasn't here before.
Yep.
That's awesome. Bert Bulos. It looks like at first I thought he was flipping us off. That would have been even more fun. But that's a great behind
Bert
the scenes
Bulos,
photo.
that's the official name of the Hecatomb.
That's the Hecatomb. But that's Bert Bulos in the makeup. Yeah. And so much to do here. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's check some photos. Ooh, there we go. Behind scenes photo of me wearing the glassy contact lenses. Me and Todd Lasea, who played my dad in the kitchen of the green room. That's the gang. That's Matt Jensen, the cameraman or the cinematographer, and the crew. This was, I love it that they had this.
They're all 15.
Yeah, they do look like kids. They were right out of college. Yeah. Nice, more great backstage shows. I send this is an option for people who I send autograph photos to. Oh, you got them all set up. This is great. Me and Monique, Seattle Times. Yeah, these are all great backstage photos that we've shared in previous live streams. There we go. Nice. Do we have anything on the bookshelf? Oh, is this one? We did that already. Okay. Then, nothing there. And that is the magazine that Monique was on the cover of and gave to me as she departed after she finished her final. We had a long talk about what we thought she wrote there. I've loved having you, she said. All right, let's check out the phone. Answer the phone. This is great. Oh, Daniel, that's awesome. That's the act. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Gabriel, it's Curtis. What's up, man? How's my favorite Schottenjäger doing?
Could you pull some cash for me from the Ritter account?
He immediately asked for money. Yeah, don't talk to Gabriel. He's always looking for money. Oh, that's brilliant, Daniel. That was great. Ooh, do I get to go back?
You can rewatch the scene.
Let's rewatch the scene. So for anybody who hasn't watched, back in '96, there was a big spread in the Los Angeles Times about the upcoming world of FMV games. And both Gabriel Knight and Phantasmagoria 2 were featured. So Daniel put that in there. This was yeah,
it's a photo of you and of Dean.
Of Dean. I love it. I always felt betrayed that I looked like a monster and he looked all handsome and dreamy.
Hey, Gabriel, it's Curtis. What's up, man? How's my favorite Schottenjäger doing?
He doesn't look too happy to hear from me either.
Could you pull some cash for me from the Ritter account?
Yeah. Oh, that's great, Daniel. That is really great. Very funny. Now, at the moment, I asked you earlier, do we, if we get a chance to get inventory, and you said no, but is that something you think would be, you said that would be potentially in the future?
Yeah, I'll probably add the inventory in the future. For the time being, things are just clickable. You don't, for example, you picked up your phone, because if you wouldn't have picked up your phone and you would have tried to leave the apartment, then we have a new voiceover for the scene where Curtis says, "Oh, I can't leave without my wallet." And now the voiceover says, "Oh, I can't leave without my phone." So
Right.
You have your phone, but other than that, you have nothing in your inventory. In the future, I'll add something. I just need to figure out how to use it in an interesting way.
Absolutely. Hey, Zuki, good to see you. Glad you made it. No worries. We're just kind of getting started. Okay, I guess it's time to... And, oh, there's another picture. Nice. Andy Hoyos and Todd Lisea.
And your dad.
This is my dad about to plant a really disgusting kiss on me while I'm in a bondage harness. Fun times. All right, so I guess we get to get out of here.
Now we'll find out what the 2 new locations are on the map.
Yeah. Okay, we got home. We just left home. We got Doc Harberg's office. Ooh, I don't know. Is that going to be... We have Wintech. We got the Borderland, Carnovash Estate, the zoo, and the Dreaming Tree. All right, so I'm going to explore. I'm going to go to Wintech.
No, go to Wintech at the
later.
end because
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. Let's go to. Well, it's early in the morning. Let's go to the Dreaming Tree. We'll go get a cup of coffee at the Dreaming Tree. Oh, we can't do that. Sorry, we're closed.
Oh, fortunately, the Dreaming Tree had a COVID outbreak, so they're shut down.
Nice. Phantasmagoria poetry night. That's brilliant.
And the poetry night didn't go so well either.
Piss off conversations with Curtis.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, Ray K. Rakes. Appreciate that. Awesome. Two different.
Now, all of these
keep it
locations
distance.
are closed for now, but in the future, as the project progresses, we're gonna open up more locations on the map. Existing locations will have new features. So,
And I want to just before I don't want to say it yet because I don't want to ruin any surprises. But all those backstage or in Curtis's apartment, those hotspot photos. There's opportunities there too. That'll be interesting. Okay, let's check out. I don't know. Let's do the zoo first since we just talked to. Oh my gosh. All right, we got that and that. Let's check that out.
Wait, why is this sign in German? I'm in Seattle, right? Oh no, am I going crazy again?
Yeah, looks like me. Is this Curtis or is it Paul? I love it.
Canis lupus lupus, European wolf.
I love it that Curtis has actually entered the world of...
Yeah.
Because he never did that in Phantas 2 where he described everything the way Gabriel does. So now when you're in this world, you have to be that type of person. I love these sound effects.
just a second, you can click the zoo itself.
Oh.
The woods.
Oh, wait.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
This place sure looks like the Munich Zoo.
It does.
Can I go this way?
Does it look like I have time to go hunting for werewolves? My friend Gabriel usually handles that kind of thing.
Nice. Nice. That's great. Oh, let's check out Carnavash Estate. Oh, we've seen this already. I still don't know where I'm going. All right, do I get to go? Car? I get to go in the car?
Car takes it to the map.
Oh, all right.
So click it to skip.
All right.
Adrian's still on her book tour, so no point going to her house right now. I don't want to wander around the premises while Adrian's gone. I always get lost.
This is, of course,
Truer
reference to the fact that Paul and Victoria always got lost in the
Oh man, did we ever?
premises.
And then you know what would be great is to see the car backing up like it does with Adrian, and then we end up at the map. I love
Maybe
it.
that would be a separate minigame. You need to back up the car without hitting anything on the road.
Yeah, right. Okay, Doc Harberg. Let's check her out. Ooh, we get to go into her office. This is awesome.
Curtis. Hello. I'm Dr. Harberg.
Nice to meet you, Doctor.
Nice to meet you. Go ahead and have a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
What are you gonna do here?
So, what brings you here today?
Well, I've been having some trouble dealing with things lately. I keep getting freaked out by nothing. God, I don't know where to start.
It's okay. Take your time. Talk about anything that comes into your mind.
Oh my God! You actually gave us things to. She's got. Do we have stuff? We got.
No, you can
click on her. Okay.
This is gonna sound really twisted, but sometimes I wish I could just live with Joclyn and Trevor both. You know, somewhere far away where no one would judge us and we wouldn't have to see another person.
Many people have fantasies like that, Curtis. Just because it isn't standard behavior in our society doesn't make it wrong.
Oh, that's awesome. So Daniel, tell us who that artist is who created that.
Well, I'll give you the name. I don't think I have it.
So one of our
right now.
fans made this.
Yeah, one of our fans sent us the video, and it was featured in one of the live streams. At the beginning of the first live streams, we had a fan art section.
Yeah.
And this was part of it.
Yeah, it's really great. I will get that name out. It was so good. That's awesome. All right, I have to go back to the door?
You can click on her again.
I love it.
Dr. Harberg, I think that the company that I work for is conducting some sort of terrible illegal experiment.
Take a look at this. It looks like all of Wintech's employees are Patreon members. What the hell is a Patreon member? I have to find out. This isn't normal, right?
Well, it's not impossible, Curtis. There have been huge corporate cover-ups over the years.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant.
Now
Did you guys...
here, since the video itself had music in the background, it was really tough editing it out. So if you listen carefully, I fade into a different music when you start your new voiceover, so that it will.
It's really seamless, Daniel. It's surprising how much it feels like it's part of the actual game. Let's play it again, because for those of you who didn't hear it, this is the beginning of some of the fun things we're about to share with you when we go to Wintech.
Dr. Harberg, I think that the company that I work for is conducting some sort of terrible illegal experiment.
Take a look at this. It looks like all of Wintech's employees are Patreon members. All of Wintech's employees. What the hell is a Patreon member? Or Patreon member? I have to find out. Yeah, the audio editing. This isn't great, normal, says right? Emily, and I agree.
Well, it's not impossible, Curtis. There have been huge corporate cover-ups over the years.
Nice. That's so great. That's so great. All this stuff. And, again, as we talk, there's all sorts of potential in here, right? This is, as we move forward, as we are able to spend more time on this, as we can spend more time on this. As I tell Daniel, hey, do this, and can you do that, and can you do this thing too? And, oh, it would be great if something jumps out of here. That's what I do, and then Daniel makes that stuff happen. All right, I get to go.
Next.
I know it's coming.
Okay, Russ.
He did not look, he looked so unhappy being Batman. You would think he would have been just thrilled.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, we did Doc Harberg. We did Home. Let's check out the Borderland. Ooh. Nice. So this was our interview with Lorelei. So that
Lorelei Shannon.
Yeah.
The Borderland is another location that will open up in the future.
Right, you got some new beats going on behind the doors there. All right, so do you want to talk about Borderland, or we want to get to? We'll bring that up a little later.
We'll bring it up a little bit.
Okay. All right, let's check out Wintech. Okay.
Let's go left first.
Go left first. Okay. All right, so let's check things out. Let's go. Let's check out. This is Tom's. I'm going to do this first. Get some water. I need some water. This is one of my favorite little moments.
Curtis, it's me. We need to talk. Look, I know you can hear me. Curtis, what are you doing? No, Curtis, you missed. Curtis.
I don't know if you can hear that, but I love that he says you missed. You missed the big picture. Okay, excellent. All right, so let's check out Tom's cubicle. There he is. And click on him.
I should consider interviewing him for Conversations with Curtis.
You really should.
You should.
I gotta interview him. I have to interview Dr. Harberg. All right, so there's that. So he's
Right, you have the keys on the right.
the keys. Oh,
What's up with all these keys? Is Tom some sort of medieval dungeon master?
excellent. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Oh, Joclyn.
Hey there, Rat Pack. Joclyn here. I just wanted to say hello and to say thank you for supporting Curtis on this little trip down memory lane. Honestly, he has been so cranky lately. He almost never leaves the house, and he's barely murdered anyone since the start of the pandemic. But thanks to you, this project has really, really brightened his spirits. And personally, I can't thank you enough for that. So, for my sake, please keep up your support. And who knows? I mean, maybe we'll be seeing each other again sometime. Bye.
Nice. I forgot about that. That was so great. She did that.
You have pictures on the wall.
Okay, I'm
plants.
looking. Yeah, I'm seeing stuff. I see a plant.
What's the deal with all these plants in Joclyn's cubicle?
That's so true. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Oh my gosh. 1,
I mean, the set
2,
designer
3, 4.
tried to fill every set, every cubicle with one type of element. One cubicle has only plants, the other cubicle has only globes.
It's awesome. I love that they did that. I think it's so great. So we have those. Is it? Oh, we did that already. We did that. Anything else? You said pictures? Oh, there's also
that's
pictures
it.
of
You
plants.
can-
Okay, great. Yeah. All right, let's go check out over here. Oh, I never can do this even in the game that I'm in. Even when we play. Let's go check out Bob. So the nice thing is Tom is in black and white, which means I haven't interviewed him yet. And everybody else is in color, which means I've gotten to them. So I'm doing pretty good here. All right, let's see what's on here.
Oh, piss off, Conversations with Curtis.
We've been hearing that a lot lately. That's
Yeah.
And what has Bob got in his office? Boxes? He doesn't really have a theme, does he?
It's like he's already packed to
Yeah,
get
right.
murdered.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, let's check out Therese. There's Therese. There's her computer. Okay. And she's all books. You would never think that Therese is
Yeah.
encyclopedias and books.
Yeah, encyclopedias.
Crazy. All right, let's check this out.
Hey, Therese. Hi, it's Ragna. I am having a hard time getting a hold of Paul, and I was wondering if you could talk to Curtis and give him a message. And oh, by the way, you look good.
This is Curtis.
Hi, Curtis.
Therese.
Ragna just called. She wanted me to tell you that she'll be happy to join you for Conversations with Curtis on August 27th. Sounds like fun. Who knows, maybe I'll dust off the harness and swing by myself. Bye now.
That's great.
And it was back when Conversations with Curtis was at 4 p.m.
That's
Pacific time, and I had to stay up until 4 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Well, I also think this is a great one where it would be pretty easy to get her, Ragna to. I think that again, to future-proof, we could probably get her to change some of the dialogue so that it's in keeping with what we're moving towards. But I think all the footage is there, and we can utilize that. But that's awesome.
You're muted.
I mean, seriously, what is up with the globes?
Wait.
You can click the globe on the left.
What's the deal with all these globes in Trevor's cubicle?
There we go.
And then you can click the second.
I mean, seriously, what is up with the globes?
And let's see his thing. Story time.
Hey, everyone. So here's a little story for you. A long time ago, like pre-Zoom in 1996, these two classically trained actors in Seattle were hired to act in a point-and-click, choose-your-own-adventure, full-motion video game. One was cast as the tortured protagonist. The other played his charming, good-humored best friend who just so happened to be gay. And the relationship was multi-layered, it was complex, it had romantic undertones and overtones and all kinds of tones. And the two actors had a great time filming it. Then they went their separate ways, life happened, they lost touch with each other. Well, now it's 25 years later. The game has gained a very devoted following. And these two, now grizzled and graying actors, are getting together for the first time in a quarter century to talk about it. Curtis and Trevor. Trevor and Curtis. It's a new BBC detective series. They're together again. Join us, won't you?
Nice. Perfect little look at the end there. That's great. And I think that could be a link or to like that particular interview because it's already been done. That's awesome, Daniel. All right, let's check out our cubicle here. All right, so
Wait. Before you sit down, you have things to click on.
Oh, what's that?
What's the deal with all these toy robots in my cubicle?
Exactly.
And you have something on the shelf over there.
All right.
Yeah.
These are 5 VHS tapes my friend from France sent over. I wonder what's on them.
Darn right. Well, we found out what's on them. We found a lot of footage on them, which is pretty exciting. All right, so let's sit down. Oh, you know what, Daniel? Before we do this, we should go into let's get out of here and go into the storage room.
Yeah, we can go into this.
Yeah.
Piss off conversations with Curtis.
Thank you for subscribing, Alexander. All right, let's go. Oh, you made it way easier to get out of the office than the game does. Thank you.
Yeah, because I have no inventory, so you can't use the card.
Okay, so what do we get to see here?
No, you can. Yeah,
Go here.
you can go there.
All right.
Oh, boxes.
Boxes.
Look at you acting like there's something in them.
Yeah. I'm strong. These are huge. What do we see?
Now, before you open the door, you have a computer screen on the left there.
I do, okay.
And you can click it.
It's a list of $5 Patreon members.
Okay, so this is the beginning of our new Patreon update. And so this is our way, Daniel's and my way, of rewarding and appreciating the people that have been a part of making this possible and giving us the bandwidth to create all this content. We know that most of you, all of you, have made it clear to us that you're not in this for rewards or recognition. You just want to see us continue to make work, but that doesn't feel right to us, and we want to just reward all of you. So basically, at this point, you're going to start seeing how each tier of being a part of the Patreon membership will factor into your involvement with Wyntech. So I'm gonna quickly just read the first two new tiers. We haven't made this available yet. Probably by the end of this next couple days, the tiers will be updated, and then we'll talk you through this a little bit more. But just for right now, just since we're here, our $3 membership is the beginning package, and what you get with that does not get you into Wyntech, but that does get you all of our monthly newsletters, access to all the full interviews, which are only going to be on Patreon now and not have to wait for them to come out in sections. Any exclusive live streams we do that are Patreon only, you'll be available to that. And you'll be also able to be a part of all the Patreon polls when we're trying to figure out what game we're going to play next. So those are our $3 members. This right here is our $5 members. So you get everything I just said, plus your name is going to be on the computer behind all the boxes. And your name will be included there. So this is what you get for the $5 membership. You get some sort of mysterious names on the computer screen. Am I missing anything, Daniel?
Nope.
Okay. So then let's scoot out of here. And then we get to go in the door. Or do we? You're not going to... Oh, yeah.
I wonder what's behind door number 1.
Oh, I hear the music. Is this the back door to the... Is this really the back door to the Borderline the whole time?
Nope.
That's awesome. I know you had me do voiceovers, but I didn't remember. Oh, God, that's hilarious. All right. Oh, this is too good. All right.
What is this place? It looks like a very exclusive hunting club. What is this place? It looks like a very exclusive
You can
hunting
click the guys
club.
in the back.
They won't understand me. I don't speak German.
Just like Gabriel said. Oh, that's so
And
great.
Gabriel is over there and you're ignoring him.
Where is he? Where?
Here he is, in the back.
That's him right there.
Beside, yeah.
But I can't talk to him.
That's because
He
you
doesn't
had
like
a
me.
very awkward
You know what?
conversation on the phone.
I think Gabriel is threatened. I think he's threatened by me. That's why he always wants to borrow money.
Yeah.
What is this place? What is this place? It looks like a very exclusive
That is really,
hunting club.
really great, Daniel.
So basically, the idea is that every time we play a certain game, it will be integrated into this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe last year it didn't make sense to add things from Gabriel Knight 1 or from Phantasmagoria 1 into this game. But now that we have complete playthroughs of Phantasmagoria 1 and 2 and Gabriel Knight 2, and then it's time to add them to Phantasmagoria.
Absolutely. Phantasmagoria. That's how I'll have to do it. Oh, yeah. Getting through there. That's awesome. Great job. That was really cool. All right, let's check out. There we go. Anything else to click before I click that? Nope.
Nope.
Phantasmagoria 2? A puzzle of flesh? What the hell is this? Why are they using pictures of me and Joclyn to advertise this game?
That is what he needs to figure out. That is
And now that he saw the fact that there's a game called Phantasmagoria 2 and that it's on sale on GOG.
Yeah, this is good. He has to get to the
we'll have to
bottom.
Yeah.
This is great.
He needs to go back to the office to make sense of everything that he's seen so far.
Man, he hasn't started work at all yet. Oh, nice.
It's just a game, Curtis.
Curtis, it's only a game.
Curtis, it's a game.
It's just a game, Curtis.
Curtis, it's just a game.
Curtis, it's just a game.
Hi, Curtis. I didn't want to tell you this, but you need to know. It's only a game, Curtis. Okay? Do you understand? It's just a game.
That's great.
Sorry.
So the only thing I think I did wrong is that I probably should have gone into Curtis's cubicle earlier, because we're going to see a scene where Paul contacts Curtis and is trying to get his...
Don't spoiler it.
All right. Let's go check it out. No, yeah. Is it? Yes. All right.
Sit down.
Yeah. So you may have, if you were playing this on your own, you may have seen this first. Let's go there.
Wait, we have things on our desk.
Okay. Well, you want to do that? Okay, let's go to... This is another fantastic piece of fan art that someone created for us. And we had Volmerson, and he actually did a stop motion of how he created it. It's so cool. So neat.
By the way, the guy who created the Curtis animation at Dr. Harberg's office is named Eric Felber.
Eric Felber. And then this is Volmerson. Very cool. So there's Blob. And we got some other things here. Oh, what's that? Top Wintech candidates.
Click it.
It's a list of $10 Patreon members. So here we go. Now we have at our $10 level, you get to be one of the top candidates. You're not a Wintech employee yet, but you are a candidate that we've got our eye on. So as a Wintech apprentice or candidate, we want to say, you are, I guess we're going to make this, we're still working all this out, you guys. I think we're going to call these apprentices. That was what I had in mind. So eventually that's what they'll be. But yeah, you're part of the family, and you will get, and I'll write all this stuff out. We just haven't had time to get it all done. So I'm just going to talk you through it now, and then we'll have it all. And I'll make sure we make this available for you to see what the tiers are. But
we even have Therese at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, Ragna is one of our patron members, which is, and Voidburger is, and I think there's one other person that I.
And Gary Spinrad.
And Gary Spinrad, exactly. Isn't that amazing? That's so cool. So what you get at the $10 level is A, we're considering hiring you permanently, and B, you get a social shout out upon arrival. So as soon as you join as a $10 member, we will have a fun way to introduce you and then you get this candidates to watch on Curtis's desk here. So that's the $10 level. It's a list of $10. It's a list of $10 Patreon members. Yeah, exactly. Should I do the video first and then do that? Let's do that first. Let's click here.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Can you hear the modem sounds?
Yes, you can. That's so great.
Because it's 1996.
So we get to Curtis's computer, and as you all know, anybody who's played this game 1,000 times, you know that there's emails to play, to watch and to read and to interact with. Well, this is some new options that we've been able to add. So here we go. You have Paul Stetler. Hi, Curtis. Thanks for joining the Conversations with Curtis Patreon. Love, Paul. So yeah, I'm happy that Curtis joined. And we get to Lorelei Shannon. She writes, yeah, it's not going to happen, Rat Boy. Sorry. So she's not going to join, but she was a great interview. Oh, Phantasmagoria 3. She's saying Phantas 3 is not going to happen, except we just made it happen by calling this Phantas 3. Dean Erickson. Hey, Curtis, I need my copy of Gabriel Knight 2 back. Love Lupus. And I love his title is Stop Playing GK2. And then here's the best part. For all of our $20 members. Oh, do I have to, can I say this, or is this going to be talked about?
You can talk about it and then click one of the
So
emails.
At the $20 level, right now I've been offering a cheesy autographed photo, but now you get to have your very own email, your own name and your own email that you can write and you submit to us, and then we will have that posted. It can be anything that you want. It's you can write a letter to Curtis. You can have an out-of-office reply. You can, if you wanted to, you could promote your own stream or whatever you want. But you get to have you can write a joke like Trevor does. So we just did a couple of, we picked two of our longest Patreon members
$20
at the
members,
$20 level, and we just did a couple of fun little things there. So, hi Curtis, can you recommend any good drain cleaners? Thank you, John Magnus. Of course, this is a template. This is not something that John Magnus wrote, but you get the idea. And before you do write your email, we'll have sort of an out of office memo there that we'll have a templatized one there for you, and we'll make sure your name is in it. And then as soon as you send us your email, we'll replace it with that. So that's John Magnus's. Here's Chris's. Hi Curtis, I'm not at my desk right now. I'm very busy working on the Veneman document, and we'll get back to you shortly. Thank you, Chris. So that's kind of our templatized version right now. So this will be our $20 members, and anybody who's currently a $20 member, we're going to spend the next couple of weeks updating this game so that you're all on there. I'll get an email out to all of you saying, please send me your email so we can start to put that in there. So super exciting to be able to do this. It's just so much fun. And how great would it be to have just a ton of emails that we can sift through and read. Of course, anybody can read these, but it's only the members that get to have their own on there.
You have a phone icon at the bottom.
Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, nice. Okay, I was wondering where that was going to happen. That's so cool.
Oh my God, it worked. I'm in.
Curtis, it's you.
You're so young. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, Curtis, there's nothing wrong with your computer. I'm FaceTiming you. I'm FaceTiming you from the future. Which is almost impossible because Apple products almost never work with PCs. But anyway, Curtis. Sit down.
I think this is...
Look.
It's you. It's me. Only I'm wearing a different color t-shirt now, but anyways.
This threshold project, you need to know
that Dimension X is much bigger than... What are you doing? Are you crying? Don't cry. What are you, big baby? Listen, I have something to tell you. Curtis?
It's bigger.
Curtis. There's more to it. It's just the tip of an iceberg. There's more to come. I have to say, I think that's my favorite thing I've ever edited. I'm more proud of that little moment. It was so much fun trying to make all that happen and get it all to work. Oh, that's so fun to watch. And it's neat now that you made that after that it's just a game, Daniel. And now I feel like we didn't answer the question. We actually have more to. I think that was a really great way to see that later. So that's really neat. And then
you can exit at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so those are our $20 members. All right, so let's see. Is there other things to look at before I get to what's that? Oh, that's the computer. That's the computer. Okay. All right. There's our.
No, you've seen everything.
Okay, we've seen everything. Okay, so now we want to get to the notepad with all the extensions. So rather than Trevor and Therese and Bob and Tom and Mr. Warner, and we may ultimately put them back in there as well and have some previous footage. At the $50 member level, you are, what are we calling this? We're going to call that you're an assistant manager. Oh, but first, by the way, just the titles are, at the $3 member, you're an applicant at Wintech. At the $5, you are a Wintech intern. At the $10, you are a Wintech apprentice. At the $20, you are a team member. You're part of the team. And at the $50, you have become an assistant manager. And at the assistant manager level, you get your own extension. And if we dial that extension, Jen Taylor, Cortana, let's check her out, 5245.
Hey, Curtis. It's Cortana. Piss off, rat boy.
Nice. So you get to record your own incoming or outgoing voice message. And here's one of our longtime members, Contra, who's also runs our Discord channel and has been incredibly helpful. He actually filled in for Daniel at one point on Phantas 2, and let's check him out here. 28. Oh, and you also get to choose your own extension number.
Yeah, Contra chose 2828.
Yeah. So we'll give
Lucky
you
number.
We'll give you a number until you choose your other one. You send in your voicemail and the number of your choice.
Hey there, you've reached Contra, Wintech's Discord admin. I'm currently fighting some rats in the server room, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Love it. Rats in the server room. So cool. So this is where we're at with that. So now we get to go ahead and leave Curtis's. So again, this can be filled up, and how fun would it be to just have pages and pages of people that can leave. And here's the other thing too, y'all, is that this is an opportunity to be super creative with your voicemail like Contra was, or fun like Jen Taylor was. That was a nice favor that she did for us. But you can also promote. You can promote something. You can let us know what you're doing on Twitch if you have something coming up. If you want us to know about something, that's a chance to talk about it. You can, so be creative, come up with what you want to make that happen.
And don't forget that it's first come, first served. So if you want an interesting extension number,
yeah, first come, first server. All right, let's get out of here. Now you'd think you'd be done, right? But no. One of the things we talked about was we have this other room here, right? How come I can't get to it? Hey, can I not get there? Oh, there we go.
You forgot how it works in Phantasmagoria 2.
You have to go up. Okay, so we're gonna go up. So we have an elevator, right? And in the game, you can only go down. Well, in Dimension Next, we decided that Wyntech has numerous floors. In fact, it is a very large building, and so make sure no one sees. And now that's new. I saw an earlier version of this and we didn't. So now we have, oh, look at this. We're on the 0th floor. Let's check out 1. So
you
now
can click the floor number.
We got the floor number. So now we are on floor number 1. This is the floor I'm currently on.
This is some Gabriel Knight type of
the floor I'm
commentary.
Currently on. All right, so now we're on a different floor. Now, of course, these buildings, they all look the same.
An office buildings.
Office buildings, they all seem like to have the same layout and everything. But let's go ahead and check out one of our... Yeah, let's go in this room here. Hey, it's a new set of cubicles. Let's check out this first one here. Hey, look at that. It's our friend. It's our friend Victoria hanging out. That's Adrian Delaney. Let's leave her alone right now. She's coping with loss. Nice. Nice. I'm going to look around a little bit before we... Do we talk first about the next...
No, you can click on Victoria's screen.
Oh. Oh, wait, let's do it again? Okay.
That's me, Adrian Delaney.
Oh, that's going to go viral, I bet.
That's me, Adrian Delaney.
We're going to get 6 of these in before.
No way to not sound idiotic. That's me, Adrian Delaney. Was that what I was supposed to say? I can't remember.
That's what you're supposed to say. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, because all of these playthroughs are at lunchtime in Pacific time, then she has to watch them when she's at work.
That's great. So let's should we do both of them and then talk about the two, the difference between the two levels? Or should we talk about the $100 level here?
Yeah, we can talk about the $100.
So yeah, so anybody who joins at the $100 level, we have a couple right now, and they will get grandfathered in. They'll be, as soon as we're done here, I'll be reaching out to you guys. And so what you get here, let me just get this really quick, is you get your own cubicle, and you will be able to send us a photo of yourself. That will give you a little template to go by, and basically you're just looking back over your shoulder, and we will see you sitting at a Wintech cubicle. There's 5 different cubicles to choose from, and we can either accommodate you, or we'll pick one for you depending on how it all works. And
6 cubicles.
6, and then what else do we get in that? So let me read it. Yeah, I have it all written down. You get a nameplate with your name, or whatever name you choose. You don't have to use your own name. You don't even have to use your own picture. You can use whatever picture you choose on your cubicle wall. You get a photograph of yourself or your avatar, or whatever you like, sitting in an office chair. And I think that's it, right? That's what you get for these ones. You also, of course, get your voicemail. You can add your voicemail to Curtis's notepad, and you can record your own voice. So if we were to go over here, check out the next one. No one here.
Snoops noticed that Victoria was wearing an orange top.
Yeah, she did that for us. That was very nice of her.
So as you can see, all of these cubicles are empty because in the game itself, so many employees get murdered that you have their cubicles with all the lights on and everything intact, and with the lights off and everything gone.
So for example,
in Trevor's
it's all turned off.
Office,
which means we have a cubicle, that is, we have a position open, and we will be letting people know that we are hiring. We are hiring for general managers to join us here. We'll also be putting name tags, name plates on the wall, so that when you do see the whole thing, you'll see a name here, a name here. You may not see the whole name here, but you'll get it when you click on it. You'll see that it's there. And then here's so now let's get to our next level up, which is going to be, the $100 level is the supervisor, Wintech supervisors, and our $200 level is our general manager or general managers. Where do we put her? We put her here? No?
Nope, she's next to Victoria.
All right. Oh, she's next to Victoria. Here? Ah! I'm still getting lost. Was it where we're we're here?
No, I wanted to change the UI a bit for this game, but I said that I'd leave it as is.
Okay, so next to Victoria, I'm getting so
it's
this
cumbersome, just like it is in.
There we go. Let me click on this. That's Maleka's dog, Levi. Such a pretty dog. Maleka's our employee of the month, so we sent her on a vacation to Dimension X. Nice. We gotta start calling.
You can click the report on.
We're gonna start calling it Dimension Next now, right? Levi, I need that report by Friday. So this is indeed Maleka's dog. Maleka being our $200 sole member at the moment, and so she is currently our general manager, and she gets to have an avatar on the desk chair. She gets to have a picture of her choice, or even a video if you wanted to present a video of yourself. Here, Maleka decided to present a picture when she came to see me at ACT Theater in Hotter Than Egypt. She came by, and I had a chance to show her around the theater and do a backstage tour, and so it's a great picture of us there. But if for anybody else at this level, you could add a video, again, if you wanted to showcase some of your own work, a snippet from a stream, or if you're anything that you want to do, a funny video of your own, a TikTok video, you could put that on there. What else did we have here for the $200 customized cubicle with the nameplate, the photograph? a voice description. I would also click, if you click on you, I would do a voice description like I just did here.
That's Maleka's dog, Levi. That's Maleka's dog, Levi. Such a pretty dog. Maleka's our employee of the month, so we sent her on a vacation to Dimension X.
You would get your own customized voice description, and then you get a 30-second clip of your choice to go on the computer. So super cool. And we can do this again here. Same thing. Okay, so we can add that. All right, and then we want to get out of here.
Now go down the elevator back to 0.
Back to 0.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
By the way, this music was also in Phantasmagoria 2. It's the Easter egg screen music.
Oh. And you put lobby. That's great. You ended up putting...
Yeah.
That's great.
And you can click that sign as well. And you'll say the very same thing.
Okay, let's go back to it.
This is the floor I'm currently on.
Okay. Now, at this point, I don't remember what we've added, Daniel, unless we're going to talk about our... Oh, and then the other thing, if I'm not mistaken, Daniel, well, if let's say this thing were to really take off, we can add another floor and then another floor. And in fact, when you're on the second floor, we're on the first floor now. I guess we need to make sure that we're clear about lobby, and the second floor should be the second floor. But all of these doors, like this won't be the storage room. All of these doors will be cubicles. So, when you're on the second floor, every door that you open will be a different cubicle. So we can, we can have as many people as we want in this world. Where do I go now? I don't remember what do we want to do. Oh.
No, we can leave the office.
Leave the office. Okay.
We're done here.
We're done here. Let's get out of here.
Nope. Just like in Phantasmagoria 2, you need to take the cursor to the top of the screen.
So we've done it all. Am I missing something? There it is.
Nope.
There it is, everyone. Daniel, stunning job. That's just so great. So great.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So we're super excited to be able to give this to our Patreon members. Hopefully this will entice more people to join. I'm going to go back to just Daniel and I talking a little bit here. Because here's the thing, here's the reality, is that we're putting in more and more of our time and effort into this. And it is starting to, we need more support. And so if this is something that helps you want to be a part of this, we're going to have a lot of fun with being a part of Wintech. We have a whole thing that if you ever leave Patreon, that means you're terminated and you will have all of your stuff cleared out of your desk, and it's as though you will never exist. We'll have advertisements like looking for new team members. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, and I think it's going to be a great way for people to be a part of this thing and find ways to join us. And I guess the one thing that we should talk about that we didn't get to is that the grand poobah of all Patreon members is going to be Wintech's new CEO. So anybody who can join us right now, we're pricing it at $500. You will get Mr. Warner's office, and his office will be decorated with all of your stuff. You'll be at his desk, and in those upper echelons too, we're going to invite you to join us for some of our monthly meetings, so that you can you can take part and give us some suggestions and thoughts and things like that. So we're still working everything out. Clearly we're not 100% done yet, but it's super exciting. I hope this is something that you find interesting. Certainly, you don't need to be a Patreon member to enjoy Phantasmagoria Dimension Next, but it does tie things together in a way that this game can now be utilized in a really cool way. And what am I missing, Daniel? What else do we want to chat about?
We also have the Borderline.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So tell me about what we have and what our ideas are for that.
So in case the CEO position doesn't interest you in any way, and you're more of an artistic type, then you can get the Borderline reopened, because currently it's closed. And it can either be an art exhibition of your work, or you can play your music 24/7 inside the club.
And it'll be your musician. Yeah, if you're a musician, we can highlight the fact that that's your work, and we can have that playing. And I think that we'll have we're going to work out a tier structure for that. But yeah, for our artists who want to share stuff, that the Borderline would be the place to go. And this map can just get more and more intricate as we move on. There's all kinds of thins that we're going to add to it. It's just the beginning. I think we can come up with more storylines and ideas.
Canis, lupus.
Hey, James Jenkins, that is very sweet. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We got a Canis lupus out of that. That's great.
Thank you very much, James.
Yeah, thank you,
Very
James.
generous of you.
Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is super exciting. Of course, we're going to continue So I'm going to back up a little bit. In the next couple of days, Patreon is going to be updated with all of these new tiers. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to have the new Phantasmagoria Dimension Next available for everyone to play. Daniel will add whatever isn't there yet, fix anything that he feels needs fixing, and that'll be available to you. One time a month, you have to become a Patreon member. I think right now we're saying the 22nd of each month. If you're in by the 22nd, then you will be featured in the following month's game. Other than that, you'll have to wait till the 22nd of the following month, and then you'll be there as long as you're part of the team, and otherwise you'll be terminated, and we'll get rid of you.
Yeah, and you'll get a termination letter.
You get a termination letter, exactly. So yeah, that's where we're at, everyone. I never know how to end these things. Are we ending this now? Are we done? What else?
If anyone has any questions,
yeah, if you have questions, this is
questions.
The perfect time to ask. I'd love to have. There's still a bunch of people watching. So, and suggestions, questions, we're open. This is the time to do it, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Hey, this is that perfect time too for me to. I'm going to give you your own screen at some point, because I am going to go do a little work business myself, and we're going to do discussions with Daniel for a couple seconds. So I'm going to let you guys chat with him, and I'll be back. Turn myself off.
If anyone has any questions, now's the time. If not, I'm just gonna say that I've been adding things to this game like up until 10 minutes before the live stream. So it was pretty stressful to see how it all works together without any actual QA. But it seemed to work great. So Snoops, and there should be means to download the game. I thought about making the game downloadable. It may be downloadable in the future, because currently it's, like I said, it's about 300 or 400 megabytes. And I don't know if the website will hold that amount of downloads every day. So we'll need to figure out if it's either going to be a downloadable, or if the site can hold all the traffic, then we'll leave it as a browser game. Monk, how do you deal with that hellish coding language? Well, I used to be a Flash developer, so ActionScript is just as hellish as JavaScript. So yeah, coding language is a coding language. The Monomaniac, any plans to expand the game into Dimension X? Well, there are plans to expand the game into Dimension X, and basically every location from every FMV that we play will probably be somewhere on the map and added at some point. I just need to figure out what needs to be done in each location to make it actually interesting, because most of the things that I've been adding to the game, I always start off with the background of the game, of that particular scene, and I try to figure out which things could be interesting hotspots that weren't in the game, and then think of ways to add a voiceover and which voiceover could be interesting. If it's a particular scene that needs several characters, then I need to think how I can combine videos from the game or from different games to make it work. For example, the scene at Dr. Harberg's office was, I was watching the VHS tapes after they were digitized, and I saw that scene, and I've noticed that the camera pans from Curtis to Dr. Harberg. So I thought that it would be a great opportunity to add a voiceover, because you don't see Curtis talking, so I can add whatever. And basically every scene in which one character's face isn't shown, then is a great scene to integrate new things.
Yeah, absolutely. James Jenkins, if you need a cinematographer, I'd be happy to film a new FMV for you with some film lighting. Well, we don't I mean, everything's on the table at this point. There's so many things that we could incorporate at some point. Agony Goose, what's the update process for the game like? Scripted somehow? I think at the moment we haven't, we're coming up with ideas. Daniel's, of course, a genius and comes up with all these wonderful ideas. We haven't put together a grand master plan like I think we could get to. I love the idea of there being sort of an ultimate game, ultimate goal that we're heading towards, or that we never get to. Like FMV games never let you get there. But again, it's about being able to put the time into this, and we spent a lot of time away from this game, so we could do live streams and interviews. So now we want to put more and more time into this and kind of create something that has that really builds towards something. And we'll be tweaking along the way with what's already there and making sure that it stands the test of time. And then we'll start moving forward with what I think would be a kind of a fun story that is cryptic enough that just keeps us moving forward, but we don't have to stay too true to it. Does that seem about right?
Yep.
Cool. AWS /$3. What is that? Tyler, what do you mean by that?
No, it's Amazon storage. We'll probably switch to that at one point. At the moment, we have hosting, I think, for the rest of this year. But if we'll see there is too much traffic or we need faster storage for the game, we'll probably switch to that.
Question for Paul, if still here. Can you convince Daniel to put himself in the game too? Oh, I think we could find a spot for you. Would you be up for that? Where could we fit you, Daniel? Give yourself a cubicle.
I'll sit in the corner cubicle.
David Griffin, Daniel, nice work. Were there any issues with usage of game footage copyright wise? Don't ask those questions. Those are not questions we're going to answer. How dare you? This is Curtis Craig you're talking to. We're playing fast and loose. We're having fun. We hope we feel like we're under the radar. We hope if anybody does see this, they see how fun it is, and that rather than stop us, they might want to help make it even better. That's our goal for now. Ask for forgiveness before you ask for permission. We can wrap this JS game into Electron. Oh, you guys are talking. Yeah, you guys are talking shop here. Make it a cross-platform. What else? Thank you, Monk. You're onto something with this. It feels like it. It really does feel special and unique. And I don't know of anybody doing anything like this. Do you, Daniel? Is this out there in some other form?
What exactly?
What we're doing, like taking an existing game and turning it into a fan interactive.
Well, usually there are fan sequels, like for things like Maniac Mansion or Day of the Tentacle or King's Quest. But I don't think there ever was. Actually, there was a fan sequel to The 11th Hour, which is the sequel to Seventh Guest. And they even got the creator's blessing to create that fan sequel. And it's currently sold on GOG and Steam.
Hey, I want to say, and I meant to say this, and I want to apologize for not saying it earlier, but Sam Hall, one of our fans and Patreon members, a while back talked about cubicles when we mentioned that we were, we had already put together the first version of Phantasmagoria 2.1, and we were I think we were just asking for thoughts and things of that sort. And Sam had come up with this idea of creating customizable cubicles, and I want to just give him credit for that idea, which I think Daniel was pondering simultaneously. And then when Sam mentioned it, we both went, yeah, that just sounds, I think Daniel was already thinking about it. And then when you said it, it just made sense to pursue it even further. So thank you so much for prodding us to move forward on that. Ray wants to know, do you think it is possible to split up loading by rooms, kind of like original SCI, as it's kind of slow loading all at once for me?
Well, I thought about loading each room separately, but since I can't predict what the user will choose, and I don't want the user to encounter a loading screen at any point in the game. So I just load everything and let the user experience the game in full without any loading screens.
Farmer Dan, who, by the way, thank you for your Dimension Next idea. You got the gold star for that. He writes, it'd be neat to have an email in the Wintech system with each update talking about new hires, who's been fired, etc. Yeah, that could be really fun. It could be part of our...
Well, we'll talk about the new hires, but we won't talk about who's been fired, because if people choose to leave Patreon, they're out. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they never existed. They're dead to us. Dead to us. And it's funny, I think maybe Curtis becomes the new CEO, and he becomes sort of the evil Paul Warner-like character. He's taken on that mantle. And there's so many different ways we can go with this. Tyler, not a lawyer, but I think this is pretty clearly parody, even if you're reusing some elements. I hope so, right? I just don't see, Zuki, thanks for joining us. Got family stuff, Colin. Love what we're doing. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll see you hopefully Friday if we can get through, if I get home in time. Am I missing anything?
Scoops asks, who will get Warner's office then? Well, like we said, there's the $500 tier, in which you can get Paul Warner's office. And Paul Warner's office, you have Paul Warner's perks.
I think, whoever that person is the CEO, and Curtis can continue to be who he is, because that's we have him in Curtis's cubicle. So, but I like that, we can make Curtis become a little bit more, of a company man. I like that when Curtis fires someone, it's like, as an older guy, maybe he's not quite as nice as he used to be. Well, awesome. Thanks, everyone. This has been a blast. Thank you for joining us on a Tuesday. We got a good group today. I wonder if Tuesdays are a potential new day for us to stream. I do miss playing Phantasm 1 with Tori, but it was great to have a little bit extra time to be able to work on this. So yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for an updated Patreon. We'll make a trailer to go with all of this so that you can see things in more detail. And I guess stay tuned for Daniel and me this Friday, hopefully.
Thank you all for joining.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to just leave it at that. Appreciate it. I'm going to leave just a little bit with the Patreon donors so we see all of our current members, and hopefully we'll see a lot more next time we do this. All right. Thanks all. And if you missed it, Gawa, sorry about that, but we will definitely have the recording available almost immediately. All right. Take care all. Take care. Bye.